Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Already warmer than some of the days we saw over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get a check with that forecast now with meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Chris, warm right now, big changes coming, but some good news for the trick-or-treaters this week.
Yeah, the trick-or-treaters will be fine on Halloween on Thursday. That said, 62 right now. Corey, you were saying it a second ago. That is exceptionally warm. It is October the 28th. Our average high temperature for today is 60 degrees. It is 62 right now. The sun hasn't even come up yet. This is normally the coldest point of the day, and it is 62 right now. So we're going to be on the warm side today. 20s, 30s for us, the high country, 50s, 60s, eastern plains right now for the most part. And those temperatures will get into the mid-70s early this afternoon with a high temperature of about 79 for us here in Denver. Similar to yesterday, though, we are going to have a fair bit of that cloud cover, that kind of high-level cloud cover. We call them mountain wave clouds. That's what we had yesterday. We're going to have those overhead again today. That will probably keep us from getting to the daily record of 82. But again, 79, October the 28th. What are we doing? That is about 20 degrees above average. 70s, 80s, eastern plains, 50s. And 60s for the most part in the high country. Red flag warning, and also in yellow here, we do have some high wind warnings for us across southern and eastern Colorado. Gusts up to about 60 miles an hour possible in that part of the state today. In Denver, those winds will be a bit more of a breeze. That said, this is probably the main thing I'm watching for as we head over the next few hours. That main weather impact, rain and snow moving its way into our southern mountains late tonight to early tomorrow morning. This time tomorrow, it'll be snowing heavily on those southern mountain passes. So Wolf Creek Pass, Red Mountain Pass, Monarch Pass, McClure Pass, you'll be seeing that snow this time tomorrow. That snow will continue through your Tuesday and Wednesday morning. And speaking of your Wednesday morning, we could be talking about our first widespread hard freeze of the season Wednesday and Thursday mornings. It's warm and dry today, but big changes ahead. A busy 48 hours of Colorado weather looming, and I'll have details and all that coming up for you in your full forecast in a few minutes. I'm going to send things over to Brianna, though, for a look at traffic.
Chris, a lot of changes this week. Thank you so much. 6:02 is your time for this Monday morning. Taking a live look from our CDOT cameras for those taking I-25, whether that's the north or southbound lanes right near 84th Avenue. You can see traffic volume has slowly started to pick up, but traffic should be moving nicely here. No crashes, no major delays right now at the moment as 6:02 is approaching your time right now. So taking a live look from our maps right now, the Denver metro area, we are starting to see slowdowns. 76 in Commerce City, you're looking at an 11-minute drive, but here's where we're starting to see those slowdowns. I-270, starting from I-25 heading into I-70, you're looking at a 4-minute delay, and those speed times are clocking in at 48 miles per hour, so definitely take advantage and maybe take those back roads this morning. Downtown to the tech center, both directions, not seeing any problems right now, a 14-minute drive.
All right, Brianna, thank you. Today, the trial is set to start for a man accused in a murder on the streets of Fort Collins. Dwayne Brown was killed last July at a gas station. The lifelong Broncos fan was from South Dakota but was visiting Colorado. Police arrested Saman Zare. They say that he was homeless and looking for aluminum cans in the trash when he started arguing with Dwayne. Then investigators say he stabbed Dwayne in the chest. Zare is being charged with suspicion of second-degree murder and first-degree assault.
A man who was shot by a deputy in unincorporated Weld County is expected to survive. Investigators say deputies encountered that man just after midnight on Sunday. They were responding to a report of a disturbance on 2nd Avenue Lane, which is right off of Highway 85. They say the man had a gun and shot it while deputies were there. A deputy shot him twice. The man was hospitalized, but again is expected to survive.
Well, with a little more than a week to go until Americans decide who will lead our country, the race for president is close. CNN's last nationwide poll put the two candidates in a dead heat. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump each have 47% of likely voters supporting them, according to that poll. And tomorrow is National Vote Early Day, and Boulder County Elections is expanding polling locations to include 4 Boulder County organizations and businesses. Intercambio and Emergency Family Assistance Association and Avery Brewing are returning as event hosts. And new this year is an event with the Association for Community Living in Longmont.
So far, 882,000 Coloradans have turned in their ballots. If you plan to mail in your ballot, election officials recommend you do that by today. Meanwhile, the Denver Indian Center is working in their community to provide resources to voters and help get people registered. They held an event on Sunday to help encourage Native people across Colorado to exercise a right they haven't always had.
We encourage all of our community members to vote their conscience. You know, whether it's your Republican, Independent, Democrat, you know, look at the issues that are going to impact you, your tribe, your family, not only now, but in the future.
Our team is making it easy for you to get all of the information you need before Election Day. Text the word VOTE to 303-871-1491. We'll send you a link to our full voter guide. Again, election officials recommend getting your ballot in the mail by today so it arrives on time. Otherwise, drop it in the ballot box or you can vote in person.
New this morning, your visit to the doctor could look different in a few years thanks to a new device created by researchers at CU Boulder. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez joins us live in studio. And Brianna, this device could deliver blood test results right away.
Yeah, exactly. So this device dramatically simplifies the process. Right now in a doctor's office, when you get your blood work done, results can take anywhere from a couple of hours to several days. CU Boulder researchers say this new device can provide results in 70 minutes. Here's what that looks like. This new portable device fits in the palm of a hand and requires only a little blood from a prick of your finger. According to researchers, a blood sample essentially captures specific proteins inside the blood that shows the status of someone's health or a disease. The new device should be able to deliver precise readings and could potentially play a role in detecting proteins associated with certain cancers.
We show detection of an antibody, but it could also potentially be expanded to detect, DNA or viruses or even things like circulating tumor cells. So it's a really flexible system, and we could potentially detect a lot of things.
Now, researchers at CU Boulder say this device is still in the early stages and more research needs to be done before it could be used anywhere else. For now, I'm in the studio. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
The game changer. Brianna, thank you. Quarter Pounders will be back on the menu at McDonald's this week following a deadly E. coli outbreak. McDonald's says its certain beef patties were not the source of an E. coli outbreak that sickened dozens of people. The restaurant says testing ruled out the Quarter Pounder patties. The FDA and CDC already zeroed in on fresh onions from a facility here in Colorado. McDonald's says it'll start selling the popular burger this week, but restaurants getting onions from that supplier will serve them without onions.
A recall alert this morning. Sprouts Farmers Market Chicken Street taco meal kits is being recalled over listeria concerns. Affected kit dates range from September 2nd to November 7th. If you have one of the taco kits, you're told to throw it out or return it to the store for a refund.
We could soon learn the judge's decision on whether the 3 men convicted of killing Ahmaud Arbery will receive another trial. Father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael, along with their neighbor William Ronnie Bryan, appeared in court last week. The 3 are serving life in prison for murdering Arbery 4 years ago. They argue the jury in their original trial was biased and that Bryan didn't have effective legal representation. The judge did not specify when a decision would be announced.
Matthew Perry's family just gave their first in-depth interview since the beloved actor's death. Annette Perry's mother remembered one of her final conversations with her son.
He came up to me and he said, I love you so much, and I'm so happy to be with you now. And it was almost as though it was a premonition or something.
You can watch the full interview with Savannah Guthrie on the Today Show later this morning.